All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We're doing a TV reaction, and the thing that we're reacting to is the Vampire Diaries Season 1, Episode 21, Isabelle. Myself and Blackout AD will be doing the reactions as we have this entire season. We're getting real close to the season finale. It's the next episode after this one, so we're really, really excited. Guys, remember, if you guys like these reactions, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And also hit us up in the comments. Let us know what your favorite parts of the episode and how you guys feel about these reactions. All right, so let's get right into the reaction. We are going to be watching Season 1, Episode 21 of the Vampire Diaries. Let's go.
It's SINA. She ruckus.
Hello, Rick.
Isabelle.
Oh, that's why this episode is called Isabelle.
You selfish bitch.
Hey, go, Rick.
Oh,
You selfish bitch.
And I'm going to start with your history students. Got it?
no, not the students. How many papers will I grade?
I mean, you'll be doing him a favor. He's the only teacher.
Right. I mean, he's the only teacher, the only class being taught.
Where's the math teacher at?
He's just back to boring, straight-laced, off the junk. Just accept.
Episode 1.
Find out.
Uncle John.
I gotta go. I'm late.
Have fun with the Mystic Queen. I know I did.
This guy. In non-vampire world, that's fight. That's a fight discussion right there. Pick up my phone, talk to my girl.
The Battle of Willow Creek. Tyler's been nominated to head up the production design. By who? By me.
You've been gone for a while for Bender.
All right, show me.
Let's reference last year's Miss Mystic float.
This is what.
Wait, so then Saltzman's her.
No, he didn't know about the kid. Remember, it happened before she. Well, it happened when she was in high school.
You and Elena are fighting. Spill.
It's nothing.
It's not nothing. You know, this whole...
Shout
Shout out to the commenter in episode 19 that said she should have some responsibility for her grandma dying too.
That was a great point because I didn't think that, but when I read that, I was like, that
Yeah,
totally
me
makes
too.
fucking sense.
And it was like, yeah. If she did ask it, the Grams was like, yeah, we shouldn't do this. But of course, I mean, guilt kind of, you put the blame on somebody.
Got foreclosed?
A nice house.
I know.
Of course, it's this douchebag.
This guy wants to be so cool. He wants to be Damon so bad, but he looks like that.
Really don't think that your plan is working, John.
Well, you being
She has an annoying voice.
anything.
You failed.
Ooh, it's a fucking bitch slap right there.
We don't know why or what she wants.
You don't have to see her if you don't want
Back to
to.
boring ass.
I don't really have a choice.
You saw that look? Stefan said, what the fuck?
I take it that's not okay with you guys?
I want to do it. I want to meet her. If I don't, I know I'll regret it.
Put me in the line of fire. I can handle it
Every time.
every time. Got to save her
She
ass.
might be the
We're gonna
bravest of
die.
them all.
Hello, Elena.
Jeez.
She's a con.
Why, Stefan? Why didn't you go for Damon? Or do you?
She sounds disgusted. Why, Stefan?
Or do you enjoy them both?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. There's the seeds. There's the seeds. They're sprouting.
And he heard it.
He's a good guy. Hell, you're a dick and you kill people, but I still see something human in you. But with her, there was...
Accurate.
And you're gonna get it for me. He's not gonna give it to me. And the blood will be on your hands.
I mean, she's good. She's effective.
Mm-hmm. It was nice meeting you.
Hey Anna, where are you? What's up?
I would say Stefan should read the room, but also he's been gone for a couple episodes mentally.
At least I can talk to you, especially if you need someone to talk to about girls.
Oh, please. I'm eating.
No one watching the show likes you, my friend.
What should we do now? Memory serves.
Hilarious.
Damon's thinking with the wrong parts, buddy.
Well, like he said, he's the one that turned her.
You tell the little bitch to come get it herself.
Let's go, Damon.
Let's go.
That can't be us. You're my friend, Elena.
Get rid of those bangs, dog.
I was just about to say them bangs are annoying as shit.
Aww. Friendship.
Oh, exactly.
Everything's better with the power of friendship.
Elena!
Lena!
Jeremy, wait. Jeremy!
Why don't you walk after him, bitch? He's not that fast.
She got legs?
Sure.
I got all of my info from her, by the way. She had no idea who I was, and she wouldn't stop yapping.
Jeremy? Jeremy!
The intensity picked up with this.
Okay, you need to see a doctor. Tyler's driving. End of story.
Fine.
I'm not driving with him. He kissed my mother.
My car.
He's gonna be my stepdad.
Stefan's a dick. You could have just gave him some blood, compelled him real quick,
Good sign.
Right.
Won't be long now.
healed him right up.
Did you get the missing piece? Where is it?
I don't know.
But everybody just saw that, so then his arm's okay. It's like, what the fuck just happened?
Okay.
Mm.
It's me, John. You can't hurt a kid.
I'll kill him to prove you wrong.
It's me, Johnny.
John!
Oh, shit. Where's that ring? I thought it was going to be hard to take it off of him.
She's a bitch. They
Yeah.
tag team.
Great parlor trick.
We're doing this, Damon.
Yeah, it's
And we're gonna do it my way.
She's
not
got
very impressive.
They have a lot of books there, dude.
Yeah.
I don't trust you. I tried to kill you.
You're right. You can't trust me, but you can trust me.
Everyone's being a bitch to each other.
Yeah. I mean, since Isabelle, it's the opening scene. It's, the intensity's been there. Everybody kind of knows this is different.
Because there's a group of vampires from a long time ago that wants revenge on this town.
Uh-oh.
No, there are some good ones out there.
There's no such thing.
I don't believe that.
Well, your dad did.
Vampire prejudice.
He's such an ass.
You see rolling his eyes every time.
He's really been. What do you want, Bonnie?
She didn't completely.
Yeah, I'm fine. Uncle John hit his head. It was an accident.
We're all laughing.
I don't have any. But you took a risk with Damon. How did you know that he was going to give it to me? Because he's in love with you.
Oh. That's it. Got awkward between the two brothers.
Not their first rodeo, brother.
That's true.
Catherine was smart. She got out. But we all know that you're not Catherine.
Whoa.
What a bitch.
Yeah, no. We know technically you're not Catherine. That's an interesting line, though. She got out. I'm reading too much into it, but that's a good line.
Hey, it's Anna. Leave a message.
Blowing up this girl's phone.
Yeah? Because I'm pretty sure that your journal covered it.
Oh, your diaries.
And it hurts so much to see you like that. I just wanted to take away your pain. I'm so sorry.
Just get out.
No, Jeremy. this is-
Elena?
Listen, you got straight A's after that. You should thank her.
Yeah. Your life low-key took a turn for the better after they
Right.
erased your memory.
You're not a
She
townie.
was a fucking, she was a townie whore.
Cool.
Jer,
Shut the fuck up, Elena. You gotta know when to shut the fuck up. Jer Bear. Oh my God, Alark. I hope you got the steak on you, brother. Keep that thing. I mean, he always does, but
Right. And that person is gone. The woman I married, the woman I love, she's gone.
No, come on.
this was my mistake. Not yours.
Ooh, small trace of emotions. What am I doing here? You don't pay him enough overtime as the only.
Anna, hey, what are you doing here?
I know I'm not supposed to be here, but I don't have anywhere else to go.
Oh.
Say it. Whatever it is. Purge. Get it out.
Purge. You know what about.
History will not be repeating itself where Elena's concerned. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh.
There you go, Stefan.
She dated John when she was 15. She gets pregnant.
Ooh.
John and Elena and Maury Povich to deal with. But I know how well you deal with these big bombshells, so sleep tight.
That's a dick move, but.
And she needs a friend to talk to about anything. I'm here for her.
He's not going to tell her. And he's gonna say, I was going to tell you.
I was gonna tell you.
I wanted to tell you, and I was going to tell you.
So you're not going to tell me what
The fact that he was with her when she was 15. How old was he at the time?
They were in high school together.
Oh, they were in high school together? I thought he's the same.
I pretended to do something I didn't really do. What are you talking about?
Yes.
I couldn't do what she wanted me to do. It wasn't right. Grams would have never done it, so I couldn't either.
Especially when her
I'm never going to
boyfriends die.
It's a pretty tense episode.
Yeah.
She comes back and then just
wreaks havoc, dude, for 40 minutes. I didn't even.
God.
You know how intense this episode was? I didn't even smoke the whole time.
Not one. Not
one time did I smoke, bro. I was locked in the whole. Hey, not only was it intense, I do want to say it was very emotional. I mean, obviously in the beginning, it starts off kind of emotional, and like Alaric shined in this episode, I think.
Oh yes.
Yeah. You know, like I mean, at the end of it was just raw emotion from both of them, even on her side, you know, and like, you know, she does have some regret. And like I told you, they can turn their emotions on and off, and they're still the same person on the inside. They're just, you know, when they're in that state of being emotionless, they're, you know, they kind of are self-serving. You know, also, you know, they're predators, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But man, yeah.
Well, I think it was. I honestly at first was like, this Isabelle lady, she's like done a complete turn, and then what they did was explain the whole turning off the humanity part, which it came right after that, because if you really were watching it week to week, you go, oh my God, she's back, but what happened to her, right? And I think that was a great way to explain it. But yeah, no, this was his episode. This was Alaric's episode to sort of show us, you know, what he's bringing to the table. And I think it's a glimpse into, I think, what his character can eventually become in the future, right? Because I think for him, I don't know where he gets these skills from, like, you know, killing vampires and all this stuff.
Well, I think it's fitting.
Yeah. I mean, but he was looking for her, and but I just, there's something about his character to me that he's got a bigger purpose. You know, and you've said it, because this guy's a badass, but not even because of that. Like now, if I'm looking through his arc, like they're giving him more screen time, he's pivotal to the story in sense of Isabelle, but you know, he's gotta shine a little bit, and I think they finally let him step out. And
well, when you think about it, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but the thought just came in my head. But when you think about the rest of the humans that do know about vampires, aside from Jeremy and Elena and Bonnie and the group, right? Aside from them, there's all the other ones are kind of like, you know, racist towards vampires, for lack of a better way to put it. You know, like they want them gone. So I feel like Alaric is kind of like the human that, because again, you can't count Caroline as knowing. She really doesn't know yet. Bonnie knows, but she's a witch, and you know, the witches have their own purpose. But I feel like Alaric fits what John is for Catherine's side. He's just a good version of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously very knowledgeable. He taught himself he pretty much taught himself, because he's not connected to anybody that we've seen, you know, but obviously a smart guy. His wife was obsessed with it. And like, I think the saddest part of the episode was like how she knew exactly how he would, or well, not she knew, but she was kind of like, you know, you're supposed to mourn me. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, you're my wife. Like, you didn't think I was going to look like, And I don't think she expected him to be like this far into like the life that she kind of chose for herself. And I also think she regrets it, like regrets becoming a vampire. I think that's what
Yeah.
she meant, not necessarily leaving him. But again,
Yeah.
man, build up to Catherine.
It's
Build up to
huge,
fucking
man.
Catherine is crazy. I
It's
don't
a
like
swell.
to me, Catherine's been there the whole time, but like we're one episode away from finishing first season. We haven't seen her other than flashbacks. And obviously, I mean, Isabel comes in and wreaks havoc like for the whole episode and shows that there's some dangerous vampires out there because like the tomb vampires weren't necessarily dangerous, they were vampires, but they weren't like
They were
Catherine and Isabel and like what they got going on seems well thought out.
Yeah. No, I think there were distraction and diversion, right? But it was again, the show does a great job of moving your attention to something else, even though the looming thing is because it could have gotten boring very quickly in terms of we're waiting for Catherine, right?
Oh yeah.
But like they weave in these little other stories and side missions, and you're like invested, and then that goes away, and Catherine is still there. So now it's a complete focus on Catherine. The pieces are coming together. You're seeing the other character, but the tentacles, the amount of things that she's touched for all of these things to happen in this season
Yeah.
is great. Is great because now I can't wait to watch episode 22 and just see how this unfolds. I don't know what I'm expecting, right? I don't know what this is going to be, but I'm definitely excited and anxious for it. So that's a great thing of the show.
I think the only looming thing is Catherine because when you
Mhm.
think about episode to episode, the things that are leading us to the final kind of get tied in within an episode or two. I mean, I think the longest like storyline in terms of like no, I don't want to say that, but like the Stefan thing was like 3 episodes of him going through that.
Yeah.
But like this Isabel thing, easily they could have leaned on this Isabel aspect for half of the season. And it was
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
one episode. She was in there, out. She got what she needed. Obviously we find out more information about John being the dad as well, which
Yeah.
when he showed up on the screen, I was like, oh fuck, I forgot he's her dad. Like, yeah, I forgot about this part. That like if you go back when I was like, oh shit, that was me like being like, oh shit, that's Elena's dad. And I like how Damon puts it together in the thing, but like me knowing that that he's her dad, the way that Isabel was kind of explaining it, you pick up on it immediately. It's like, oh, she's talking about John, but she was like, oh no, he was just some guy in high school, And then right after she tells him, it's like, oh, he was in love with me. We had a thing when we were 15, whatever. Like she kept saying it over, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was painted pretty well, but I still like that Damon for those that weren't paying attention gave you the beat by beat of what
Yeah,
you
he's like,
missed in the
come on.
episode. It's like,
But
come on, man.
again, goes to the writing every
Yeah.
week. But to the writing, like they put the seeds in, and it was like perfectly placed. Where it's like very nonchalant about what they're trying to tell you in that, and then obviously Damon does like he dumbs it down because he could have easily just been like, he's the father, like
Right.
can't you see it and then leave it like that? But he's like, no, look, this, and it's like when you go back, you're like, oh fuck, she said all of that, and it's like you could have picked up on that if you were really onto it. But
Right.
yeah, man, it was a good episode, I think.
It was, and there was what I want to call out is that, and I thought it was really effective, is there's a couple of sequences in there where they're not using a lot of dialogue, and I love that when actors can do that, where they convey the emotions in a scene by just a look or a glance. And there was, I think, 2 or 3 scenes that were like that in this episode that they just kind of were like looking at each other. There was like almost like a whole conversation without a word, which I love in shows. But again, it was very effective because um, it gave you that tension that it never broke that tension with Isabelle there. She was a great addition to this episode, because she, again, until she was like, "I'm leaving," you were kind of like tense, like what's gonna happen next. So I think they did a great job on this episode. I think. All right, well, I think we're ready for episode 22. I know you are, and I am, and you guys who've been following us along, thank you guys for doing that. Hit us up in the comments. Some of you guys are timestamping this bad boy. I mean, I love it. I absolutely love it. And again, we referenced somebody today on the episode because they're giving us fan theories, or they're giving us theories of their thoughts on it, and some of this shit is just making total sense, and I love it. It enhances the episodes that much more. So if you guys like this stuff, if you like this kind of reaction, please make sure you like and subscribe. Continue to hit us up in those comments. We appreciate it. We read every single one of them.
If you don't like it, comment down below. We know who you are, bitch.
We know you're hate watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, make sure you guys do that. Join us next week for episode 22.
The finale.
The finale.
Finale. We did it.
We did it. We got there. And again, if you guys are on our Patreon, you will have access to all these episodes ahead of time. So if you want to know what's happening in episode 22 and how we're going to react and what happens there, go to Patreon. It's probably already there by the time this drops. So go ahead and check it out. And that's how you get early access. So anyway, thank you again for the reaction. Thank you for joining us. I'm the Big Llama. He is Blackout AD. We'll see you guys next week for the Vampire Diaries. All right, man.
Elena!
Alaric.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the fucking love triangle, dude.
Oh. Well. we could still. I mean,
we can. We just got to put it in. What'd you think about it? Just give a quick thought before we go.
No, I mean, I think that is slowly been built, and holy shit, like for her to verbalize it and then look at each other and then him actually say something about it, I'm worried.
I said earlier in the reaction, there was a certain look that Stefan gave early on where it was like kind of like hinted, and I feel like this episode was the most. I obviously episode 19 just dropped on the channel, so that had the dance in it, and that was kind of like the first real seed of like, this is kind of what they're like planting. But this episode was very much like in your face, like, no, they fucking, there's something there between these two. Even when he answers the phone, like there's definitely something there. So I guess we'll find out where that goes. But
yeah,
I'm kind of excited. That kind of how I feel about Catherine being there the whole time. I feel like this plot line took a lot longer to build up, and now again watching it, it's like, oh no, they kind of like are sprinkling this in early, because it I think it comes down more in like later down, like 3-4 seasons down, where this plot line kind of comes to fruition. So it's kind of like wow, I didn't know they were gonna drop it this early. Like, what the fuck? So now they got to deal with this for next season at least, because we're ending the season. There's no way they're gonna fall in love at the end of the season. I don't think. That would be crazy.
And then if Catherine comes back, it's Elena or Catherine.
Oh, Catherine's coming back, right? Like,
yeah,
she has to. If she doesn't come back in the finale, I'm gonna be pretty upset, because I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, when does she come? Because in my head, she's been here the whole time.
And mind you, he's seen the episodes.
Before, yeah.
He's watched the series. So for an outraged reaction, join us next week. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week on the Vampire Diaries
reaction.
Later.